Alright guys, I'm here with Sarah today. We're doing upper body interval, 3 rounds each pod, and we're going to do 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. Just a couple quick things. You guys have bands around the house, that's awesome. Sarah's actually going to do the whole workout with a couple things we found: laundry detergent and canned beans. So if you guys have that stuff too, it's just a little lightweight, we can get started here with a little warm up. So first one we're going to do is cat-cow. So your hand on your hands and knees. And you just want to go back and forth with your spine. Start warming up your back. On the side, you're dipping down and then breathing everything out as you arch back. Okay, next one, we're going to do some reach throughs. So you want to just reach as far as you can. Reach to the other side. Touch that shoulder to the ground. It's kind of just warming up the rotation a bit. You get a little bit of a push-up with the one arm. Let's go one more time here. We're also going to be doing some tricep dips today, so if you guys have a chair or a couch or something like that, that'd be great too. Next one we're going to do is scat push-ups. So if you want to be on your knees, that's fine too. If you want to go up into a push-up position, just drop as low as you can and then push the ground away from you as far as you can. You don't want to pike up or anything like that. You don't want to lift your butt too high, but just drop low, push right back up. Should be slow and controlled on the way down. The way up, you can go ahead and push up quick, but slow and controlled on the way down. Should be warming up the back. Let's go a couple more here. We'll start moving a little bit more. Get the heart rate up. All right. Let's hop up. Ooh. Create some space here. Start moving the legs a little bit. Open up the chest. I'll have the timer set for you guys today, so just follow along with us. That's all I need to worry about. All right, let's do a couple jumping jacks and then we'll get going. Remember, soft landings always with the jumping jacks. Straight arms all the way up. Unless you have bad shoulders. Five more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Let's get going. First one we're going to do is shoulder flies. So Sarah's going to take a can of beans. I'm going to take one band here. Step on it with one foot. You can step with both, doesn't matter too much. And you're just raising out to the side. So your palms should be down. You don't need to go more than shoulder height. It should be all with your deltoids on the side. You can kind of squeeze your back a little bit as you come up. You're going to feel a little stronger. Make sure your band's even so one side's not getting more work. You can go a little slower on the way back down. It's a little more eccentric movement. There you go. It's our first one done already. Next one. She's already got it. Here, I'll have to tell you. This is our 30-second rest, so we're doing a single arm row next. But I try to stay active during my rest, try to keep my heart rate up. If you guys want to follow along, that's great. If you need a water break at any point, if you need to take the rest, that's fine too. So next one, we're going to do a single arm row. If you have a handle on your band, that's great. If not, that's okay. So step out, it's a little bit of bend at the hips, and then you're just pulling up. If you want to do double arm, that's okay too. If you have the bend to do both sides at the same time. So you shouldn't be arching your back, sticking your butt out, a little bit of knee bend, it's comfortable. And just pulling straight back with your back. Here you go, that's our rest already. You can even it out if you're doing one side. So again, it doesn't matter too much what you're doing here. Just keep your heart rate up, keep yourself moving around. We're doing push-ups next. Fundamental movement here. Get really good at your push-ups and you're gonna get really strong. All right, so hands down. Sarah's gonna show you on our knees. When you touch the ground, you're going, and you wanna almost rotate your hand against the ground, and it's gonna pull your elbows in to stay close to your sides. So you can push up and down. You should really feel it almost in your back more and in your triceps. I'll tell you a little more next time, but for now, it's our break. That's one round through already. 2 more to go. There may be a couple times throughout this where I'm explaining a couple exercises or cueing you a little bit, but I want you to keep moving. So Sarah gets to do the whole thing. I get to rest a little bit here and there. Here we go, shoulder flies again. So we're gonna step on this and straight out to the side. Again, be really careful, don't go too high above your shoulders. Slow and controlled on the way down. And make sure to pinch your scaps, your backbones down and back as you're doing this. You're gonna feel a lot stronger. Feel it in your back a little bit too. All right, it's our break. I'm gonna turn this up a little bit. Do a couple rotations here. Sarah's doing some kickboxing. We got single arm row next, 5 seconds. Go ahead and get ready. So again, if you have the band, you're stepping on it, just pulling straight back. If you want to hold on to the couch or a chair or something like that, if you're doing a single arm, that's okay too. If you want to step out like that and then pull with the other hand, that's okay. Sure, so I'll show you here. Maybe a little more supported. Just make sure core stays tight, really with everything you do. All right, we're back to push-ups. So, with the push-up, you want to suck your belly button to your spine, keep that core really tight. It's going to keep you level as you go up and down. You want to not drop your hips too low, but you also don't want to pike them up too high. So, to find line, to find that medium, that sweet spot, here we go. So to show you from a little bit from the side here, when you drop down, your body stays in one line, all the way up, all the way down. You get to the bottom, feel it in your back, and then you push up, pushing the ground away from you. All right, one more round here. Back to shoulder flies next. I feel pretty good so far. Heart rate's good enough. If you want to push yourself a little more, you can do high knees here.
Woo!
Just careful of your downstairs neighbors, so you gotta land softly and make it harder on yourself. Here we go, shoulder flies. And if the first time you did it was too easy, grab a harder band. Or pause it, grab a heavier weight, whatever you need to do. But push yourself a little bit with it. That was our last one of shoulder flies. And we're going to single arm row. Starting to feel it in my back a little bit. Getting moving. 5 seconds here. Go ahead and grab your stuff, grab your weight, grab your band, whatever you have available. If you want to make it harder, step wider on the band. It's going to make that tension tighter. Or buy new laundry detergent that's full. There we go. One more round of push-ups and we're going to the next pod. You can do jumping jacks here. Do side to side. Kicks. Whatever you want. Again, if you need to take the break, go ahead. But try and stay with us. Here we go, push-ups, one more round. I'd rather have you doing better form than just doing these little guys, keeping it quick. It's better to go all the way down and all the way back up. Holding that core tight. If you do have some shoulder pain, just do it within your pain-free range of motion. All right, so that's the end of our first pod. Next we got tricep dips. If you need a break now, go ahead and pause the video and take it, grab some water. If not, you're sticking with us and we're doing tricep dips. We got about 10 seconds. We're gonna use the couch. You can use 2 chairs, you can use a table, whatever's stable. Here we go. So, one way to make this harder, legs straight, up and down. The closer you move your feet, the easier it's gonna be. If you really wanna make it tough, you can put your legs up on a table, or just raise one of them, go up and down, switch halfway. Keep those elbows in tight. You're gonna feel it more in your tricep when you keep them in tight. All right, we got bicep curl next. So again, whatever bands, whatever weights you have. If you don't have too much weight, the slower you go and the harder you contract, the more you're gonna feel it. So if you only have a can of beans, but you're usually curling 20 pounds, just curl slow and controlled. So again, with the bands, you can step a little wider and curl up. Arm should stay at your side and the elbow doesn't move. Make sure to do both sides. All right, next one, we have reverse flies. Whew. Forgot that for a second. Reverse flies. So she's gonna show you with the can of beans again. It's a pretty similar position to the single arm row, but just like a chest fly, but you're bent over and going the opposite way. So with the band, use this one here. Bent over at the hips, a little bit of knee bend, and straight out and back. You can bend your elbows a tiny bit, but you want to keep your arms fairly straight. Pause at the top, pinch it, and slow back down. You'll feel a much bigger burn than if you just are going up and down like this. You're not trying to fly away. We're not even halfway, you can't go away yet. Okay, that's one round. We're back to tricep dips here again. If it was too easy the first time, maybe you straighten your legs this time, maybe you raise your leg, maybe you put your feet up on a table, whatever you have available. Here we go. So again, rotate your hands out. It's going to keep your elbows in tight. And you're going to feel it more in your back and your triceps. Whew. That's a good one. All right, we're doing a curl. Again, remember, hard contraction. You're gonna feel it more. You're gonna recruit more of those muscle fibers. Good for building muscle. There you go. Grab your stuff, whatever you got. Don't do the swing. Don't do any of that. Keep your chest up when you're going. Squeeze hard at the top. Come back down. Whew. It's getting hot in here.
Yeah, it is.
All right, we got reverse flies again. Again, if you need to take this time, grab a drink real quick. You got 10 seconds to get back though. So maybe use the next break. 3 seconds, go ahead and grab your weight, grab your band. Show you from the side here this time. So my hands are down, slight bend in the knees, bend over at the hips, and it's straight out. So I'm trying to pinch my backbones together as close as I can. Hold it at the top just for a split second and back down. Try not to shrug too much here. It's kind of the compensation for getting the weight up, but you really want to control and think about using your back. We're over halfway there. Flew by so far. Let's finish off the second half strong. We got one more round of this pod. 5 seconds, we're going back to tricep dips. Let's do it. Last round of this, so push yourself on these. If you lifted a leg, even it out. Woo. All right, bicep curl, one more. Get the most out of this 30 minutes you're putting in right now. Whether it's at the beginning of your day, you're gonna feel good for the rest of the day, or at the end, you cap your night off. Here we go. Curl. Again, if you're going from the side, my elbows stay tight to my sides, and it's just my forearms coming up and down. Squeeze at the top, slow back down. My back stays pinched and tight, chest stays up. Arm extends all the way at the bottom. There we go. One more round of reverse flies. And then we got one pod left. And we're done, so 15 seconds. Stay with me here. Go ahead and grab your stuff. Remember, pinch at the top. Don't pinch all the way up, hold at the top. Just for that split second. And back down. There we go. All right, same thing as last time. If you need the break, go ahead and take it. Pause the video. Or moving now. Try and push yourself. Here's the last pod. Finish off strong. You got 10 seconds and we're going into a chest press. So if you have the band, I'll show you how to do it and get set up. Go ahead and put it behind your back. And then you're gonna fall right back down onto it. Try and keep it tight, a little bit underneath you. And then you push up. So you might need to add a couple bands for this. This one's a little easier if you have some weight. If you can hold a chair, do that. Hold the chair, hold the table, just make sure you're doing it fairly safely. All right, next one we're doing shoulder extend rotation. So a couple ways to do this one. It's a little different if you have a band versus the weight that Sarah has. She's gonna show you a version on the floor. I'll show you standing up with the band. We're gonna go ahead and get ready here. So if you have the can or any weight, you're gonna lay on your side like this and just rotate out, drop it all the way down to your belly, come back up. If you're standing, I'm gonna hold this one in my hand here, pull it tight, and just rotate out. Elbow stays against my body the whole time. For this one, go ahead and stay on the same arm for this 30 seconds. Then we'll switch to the other side for the second. And then the last one, we're just gonna even it out. All right, last one. We're doing like a shoulder press push-up here, pike push-up. So you're gonna be in a push-up position, almost like a down dog position. And it's more of a shoulder press push-up than it is for your chest. So you come down, keep your hips up high, and you're pressing your forehead to the ground. So elbows shouldn't flare out completely, should stay in a little tight. They don't need to stay completely in, or you're gonna be doing all triceps. I'll show you from the side here. Butt is up, forehead comes down. Here we go. It's a tough one. Don't be discouraged if you can't go the whole 30 seconds on that. Maybe do this video a couple times and you do the whole 30 seconds. All right, we're going back to chest press here. Remember, probably up your weight, up your bands. I'm gonna come down. I'm gonna sit on my bands this time and put them behind my elbows, behind my shoulders, and push up. Like that, you get a little more tension in the bands. Tap your elbows to the ground each time. Pinch at the top. All right, we only got a round and a half left. So I want to see you pushing yourself. Start moving a little quicker here. You saved all this energy for this last round. Might as well use it. All right, go ahead and grab your bands, grab your weight, doing external rotations again. So you're standing here. Elbow stays tight against your side. You don't need to come too far out, but about just past perpendicular to your body. So you should be almost like pinching in the back a little bit, but you should feel it all right around that ball of your shoulder. Super important muscles for your shoulder stability. All right, we're back to down dog push-ups, pike push-ups, whatever you want to call it. It all feels the same. 5 seconds here. Here we go. We're gonna touch that forehead to the ground. If you want to make it tougher, you can move your hands closer to your feet. It's almost like the top of your head touching the ground instead. Whew. Last round. Let's get some high knees going. Let's get some runners going, jumping jacks. Whatever you're doing. Soft landings, always. Just with any jump or any bouncing. Save your joints. You're not working out to hurt yourself. Chest press here again. Grab my weight. Pinch your back throughout the whole movement. It's gonna feel way better on your shoulders. You don't need to keep your shoulders super flared out. Keep them in fairly tight, about 45 degrees from your body. It's gonna save your shoulders in the long run. And we're moving. 2 more exercises. Whew. Get that heart rate up. Should be feeling it, should be sweating at this point. Should be sweating a long time ago. All right, external rotation here. So I do about 7 to 10 reps on one side. I'll tell you when 15 seconds is. There it is, halfway point. Go ahead and flip around, do the other side. Even it out as best you can, doesn't have to be perfect. All right, last one.
Woo.
Whatever you've been doing here, I want high knees. Push yourself. 15 more seconds to the last exercise. Then we get to cool down. A couple shoulder stretches. Here we go. Remember, if you want to make it harder, hands closer to your feet. Really pike that butt up. Good work. All right. I'm gonna shut my timer off so it doesn't keep beeping at me. Let's do a couple stretches here. Let's get the cool down going and shake it out for a little bit. You don't want to completely stop moving. You don't want your heart rate to drop too fast. All right. Swing your arm over across. Pull it in tight. You should feel all on the back side of your arm here, back side of your shoulder. I feel good, I feel ready. If it wasn't nighttime, I'd be ready for the rest of my day. And then switch. Alright, if you have a wall, you can put your hand on the wall here and lean away. You want to rotate away from the wall. You can also use the ground. If you don't have a wall to put your hand up on, you should feel this all through the front of your chest here. Should be kind of diagonal up to the corner. You don't want it to be too low, you don't want it to be too high. Find that middle ground and just rotate away from that palm. Ooh. All right, switch. Again, walk those hands around, find that sweet spot. If you can extend your fingers off the wall, probably gonna feel pretty good stretch throughout your whole front side of your arm into your fingertips even. Let's go one more here. Let's throw it over your head. Grab that elbow, pull down towards your head, pull across the other side of your body. If you want a little more of a side stretch, you can lean your hips away. Poke that hip out to the right or the left, whatever side you chose. And switch. Same thing on the other side. Go ahead and poke that hip out if you need it. Should feel all down your side here and the back side of your arm. All right. Good work, guys. Thanks for joining me today. Go ahead and check out our other videos. Make sure you're doing your workout each day. Something. Walking around, yoga, whatever you need to do. Just try and stay active. See you next time.